And here we go. He's pretty much lost his entire offensive staff, which is crazy. Buster Faulkner to Florida. He lost his, obviously, assistant offensive line coach. His offensive line coach, Jeepway, who's now in Nebraska. His running backs coach, obviously, Norvell McKenzie, who's now with Virginia Tech. I mean, it has been a tumultuous offseason for head coach Brent Key, who just got an extension. This is a tall task. And for the second year in a row, he's going to have to fend out more teams for his quarterback. Last year, it was Haynes King and Aaron Philo. Now this year, it's just Aaron Philo. And obviously, Florida's going to be in a heavy pursuit. We know about the relationship he has with, obviously, Buster Faulkner, who was pivotal and key in recruiting Philo and flipping him. Remember, Philo was a Minnesota commit. He flipped him from Minnesota, obviously, to come to Georgia Tech, which was a great move for Philo. Now it comes down to, what does Philo want to do? He's obviously going to be the projected starter. He's going to have the keys to the car. I think he could even take Georgia Tech to even higher heights. But now it comes down to, what's more important? Is it staying with the school that believed in you, or is it kind of going with where the relationship really started? And obviously it was with Buster Faulkner. Now it's up to him, because he can play ACC ball, he can play SEC ball. A lot of the staff that he's going to know and be accustomed to obviously is going to be down. But now it comes down to what Philo wants to do, right? Does he want kind of that better education, obviously, with Georgia Tech and what he's been able to do there? And he's obviously a redshirt freshman. He'll be obviously going to that redshirt sophomore campaign. But he'll be the guy. And a lot of his weapons that he knows is here, right? Isaiah Canyon is going to be back, right? Bailey Stockton, who has a great relationship with, obviously, Prince Evan and Christian. He'll have a good stable of backs, right? Young. We'll see what they do in the portal. They'll probably grab a guy or two. Malachi Hosey should be back for another year. Shane Marshall, J.P. Powell. We'll see if those guys stick, or if they go and follow Norvell McKenzie with Virginia Tech. That'll be something to watch for as well. But nonetheless, man, I mean, he's in a good situation, right? 9-3 this past year, right? You got to play in a game against Gardner-Webb. You threw for 373, a 75% completion percentage, a touchdown and a pick. You've shown us throughout your tenure that you can lead Georgia Tech to victory. You were massive in, obviously, that upset victory 2024 against Miami. You were also massive in a big-time win on Thursday night against NC State in a game that Haynes King did not play. You had the game-winning rushing touchdown. The fans love you, and they don't want to lose you. But now it just comes down to, what does Aaron Philo want? Like I said, does he want kind of more money? Does he want more pape? Does he want to kind of be that hometown hero? Because he can really be the start of that. He's obviously played with some of these guys, Prince Avenue Christian. One guy that came out, I think he was a freshman when Philo was about to graduate. It was obviously Christian Garrett. But he could be one of those guys, hey, I stuck it out. I got it out the mud, and look where I got this team to go. Now, again, Georgia Tech just went 9-3. But he will be forever embroidered and remembered in Georgia Tech history, similar to what Haynes King is right now. But if he gets them to a CFP playoff, an ACC championship, all ACC selection, and a potential All-American, Philo will forever be enshrined. He didn't leave when he could have. So it's going to be an interesting storyline to follow. It's been really slow, and it's been really quiet on the transfer portal news, but you can bet your hat, if Aaron Philo leaves, the transfer portal will heat up for Georgia Tech, and several people will probably follow him to Florida. Now, again, everybody ain't going to get a scholarship to go to Florida, but there will be definitely some targets that Florida will be after on the Tech roster to bring with them. So Coach Key's in another battle, tough one. We'll see if he's obviously able to do it. We'll see, obviously, if he's able to obviously fend off some of these guys and keep his quarterback in the fray. I think, though, the staff was like, or it might have been specifically Coach Key, I think that is why they went and got Cole Burden just in case, a situation like this arose. And obviously it has, and we don't know what's going to happen. Signs are pointing to him going to Florida, but we'll see now what happens. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a storyline to follow. I will keep you guys updated with updates and see what happens with Philo.